I'm going to need a bit of help from you guys. Basically, I'm going to start it off with a chant, which I'm told some of you may know, and then it's going to break into a little bit of a song, which you all should be able to participate with me. Please do, because I don't have a very good singing voice. Da-dun. 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 Da-dun.
These two perfect strangers met on Sail Croatia while Cam and Nat were both travelling through Europe with friends and were both aboard the same boat, Never Done. By night 2, they had the chance to spend some time together, and when Cam was sitting in his self-titled top deck VIP section and asked Nat to join them.
The thing the celebrant didn't tell you was Nat looked up and there was this Adonis with his white linen shirt open, blowing in the wind, his abs showing, and back then they were so chiseled you could grate cheese on them. And Nat looked up and said to her friends, "Oh my God, I'm in love."
She remembers thinking he's definitely cute, but there's a tiny hint of toolness about him.
Wow. Oh, am I still a tool?
Yeah, that's the cool of it. So she whipped out a bottle of vodka, and before they knew it, the sun was rising over the Adriatic the next morning.
When we first met, I fell in love with your Portuguese exoticness, your beautiful smile, and your fun-loving nature.
I'm forever grateful for the invite to your VIP section on the Novidan. As it was here, I met a different guy to the one you portrayed. From that moment, I knew there was something special about you by how nervous and giddy you made me feel and how much I missed you when you weren't around.
As the week was ending, Cam remembers that empty feeling in his stomach, as though life was just going to go back to what it was before Nat. Like it was just a holiday fling, and that would be that. They had no numbers to exchange, and they promised they would add each other on Facebook. As soon as he reached his accommodation the next day, he turned on his laptop, opened Facebook, and frantically typed, "Natalie shoved." With no luck. I've been told that Cam was reduced to a dribbling, depressed sad sack. Little did he know that Nat was sharing the same experience, although Nat did find Cam on Facebook. However, she didn't want to add Cameron out of pride and was hoping that he would do the chivalrous thing of adding her first. After a night of crying into her pillow, Nat struck up the courage to add Cameron anyway, and it wasn't until then that Cam realised his stupidity. Her name on Facebook wasn't Natalie, it was just Nat.
Hi, why am I saying hi to them? I was meant to be candid.
They planned to catch up again in London before heading back to Australia. He only had a few dollars left to his name at this point, but decided to book dinner for them both at the Shard restaurant.
So for those of you who aren't familiar with the Shard, it is one of the top restaurants in the UK.
As I sat opposite this beautiful Portuguese woman who I was trying to impress, all I could think about was the last few pounds I had to my name and wondering how on earth I was going to wine and dine you. Thankfully, I was able to gently suggest we only order one drink, no entrees, and share the main.
God, this is so awkward.
Once they made it to Australia, they were home in different states, and that's when the real hurdles popped up.
Now, I must admit I was a little surprised when Cam came back from his Euro trip. He always positioned it as a young, wild and free Euro trip, and he came back smitten. And I found myself looking through Facebook photos around about the time when he went to Europe, and it was a pretty strange era for him. I'm not sure whether you've kind of had a look at his Facebook page, but some of his photos, loose tees, string singlets, and plenty of sailor hats. And whilst I couldn't necessarily see what Nat saw in him, I could certainly see what he saw in her. She was a beautiful soul back then, and motherhood has really only brightened her star.
Cam loves Nat's kind soul. Anyone who meets her instantly loves her and the way that she parties. Here adores her dedication to Frankie.
Hi, buddy. Hi, Bobby. Hi.
What do you want to do, mate?
You're a bit hungry. You want num-nums?
What do you want to do? Okay, bye.
Her tenacity, her kind heart and inner strength, her fierce protectiveness and loyalty over her family and friends. I could go on all night about how proud we are of Anati.
Cameron, he's a loving son, a devoted father and a partner.
Are you just staring?
Nat loves how thoughtful and confident Cam is, how his hard work and determination is second to none, and she adores his gentle nature.
I'm cooked for the day. She said I love you.
He has been many things to many people over the years and has carried many nicknames, such as Ron, Ronnie, Ronstar, Ronald, Keith, Kiefer, Fox, Foxy, Flox, Flex, Floxtrot, Foxtrot, Ice Bart, Flaxseed, Seed, Rance and Grant. And whilst his name has always been fluid, his character has always held true. He's organised, he's logical, he's intelligent and he's decisive, but the remaining 5% he's an absolute delinquent. He stands ready to escalate any party or any event into absolute chaos.
Cam's whole life was on the Central Coast. Family, friends, career, sporting life. And despite all of this, he was willing to pack it up and move 1,000 kilometres away. I thought this was crazy at the time, moving all the way to Melbourne for a girl. But it wasn't just any girl, it was a girl of his dreams. Not only good looking, but a kind, thoughtful and beautiful soul.
He did a significant move. I know it was tough, and he made such an effort for Nat.
As new parents, it is an interesting time to profess our love for each other, when so much of our energy and attention is now spent on Frankie. But by having our wedding today, it has given me the opportunity to focus on you and make sure I am reconnecting with you in a very important way.
I promise to share my love with the other love of your life, sports. Surfing, golf, soccer, footy, rugby league, tennis. I'll stop there because I can keep going. And most importantly, I promise to continue to ignore your golf, footy and basketball simulation mid-conversation.
That's what Cam does. He does these ones and pretends like he's playing golf.
I know there are times when I take life too seriously, but you are a saint for putting up with me in those moments, and I vow to try and make you laugh until you cry to make up for every one of those times.
All I ask in return is that you don't stop being the most wonderful and caring father to Frankie, that you continue to make me laugh with your quick-witted jokes.
I vow to try and make you laugh until you cry, and I vow to always be there for you, for Frankie and for our family.
You will forever be my Croatian boyfriend.
I can now present to you, for the first time, Mr. and Mrs. Fox.
Bloodied for you.